Welcome to Dr. Shannon Live. And now, your inspiring messenger of hope, Dr. Shannon.
Hello everyone, this is Dr. Shannon bringing you a message of hope today from the Inspirer and Dr. Shannon Live, your place to learn to love your life well so you can thrive in your life, in your life's work. Today is Stress Awareness Day. How sad is that? Am I the only acronym lover out there that picked up on that? SAD, Stress Awareness Day. So today's message, I believe, is going to bless you in such a huge way, and it's going to take you from being sad and stressed to very glad and not only in love with your life, but your life's work, and to live and love your life well. A lot of times when we're stressed, it's because we think we have no choices. So the first choice is realizing that you have a choice, okay? So I'm gonna give you 6 choices today. The first one is realizing that you, my friend, have a choice. Think about this. You wake up in the morning, you can't find a glass, you're thirsty. What do? You get stressed about it? No, you either go find a glass, you make a choice, or you make a choice to realize like, hey, you know what? If I don't have a glass, I can put my hands together, I can still drink. There's always a way. There's always a choice. And even if the choice is from a different perspective, you have a choice. So what would the second perspective be? The second perspective would be, think about, let's talk about the glass, okay? You find the glass, you realize you have a glass. But the second perspective is the glass half empty. You know, we've all heard of this before. That's kind of the negative, pessimistic way of looking at life. But do you realize if you make choices from that place of glass half empty, you're really playing not to lose. You're really looking at your life and you're saying, you know, I don't want this, so I'm going to do this. Or I don't want them to think this, so I'm going to do this. Or this is what I don't want. When clients tell me what they don't want, I stop them right there and say, please tell me what you desire. Do not, my friend, base your life and your choices on what you do not want. If you do that, you are going to be playing not to lose, and eventually you will lose because your options are going to be so limited, and none of them are going to feel inspiring because it's like, well, I don't want this and I don't want this, but I don't want this, but you know, I don't want this, so I'm going to choose this. It's like when it comes to making choices, you have a choice and you get to choose any one of these perspectives. Number 3 would be choosing based on glass half full. You know, so many times people say to me, oh my gosh, we already know, Shannon, you're not a glass half empty, you're a glass half full. And I say, well, actually, no, because I'm going to give you that other perspective in a moment. But glass half full is still better than glass half empty, right? But sometimes better than isn't necessarily best. You know, it's not necessarily best. A glass half full perspective would be, you know, I'm going to choose happy. Regardless of my circumstances, you know, I can't change them. So I'm going to choose my attitude. Now that can serve you well in many different situations, especially in situations that you have absolutely like no control and you feel like you have no choice. Sometimes you can simply choose to have a different perspective. The perspective of half full, you go, you know, I'm going to see it as shiny as I can no matter what. I'm going to see the silver lining in the clouds. That's great. It'll serve you well for a bit of time or for certain circumstances, but looking at life and making choices based on half full would be, like I said, choosing happy, but are you really creating happy? You know, you can look at life and you can choose happy, but I remember the day I woke up and I go, would I really choose this reality? And I go, no, I really wouldn't. I'm like, oh my goodness, I have another choice. I never even thought that I could have another choice. We get so caught up sometimes in the choices we make, and then we choose to somehow stay with that belief system that created that choice in the beginning, and we miss out on so many opportunities for choices that are going to serve us at such a greater level. So what would number 4 be? Glass full. I mean, I'll say to people, I'm like, I'm not a glass half full. Why would I choose half full when you could choose full? You could come from a place of choosing in life based on full. Choosing and making all choices, seeing the world through this perspective of the glass being full. Think about that. If you saw your life and your glass is full, you would make choices from a place of abundance, from love, from grace, from no stress. It's like, hey, it's a win-win-win. Like everybody wins. You know, not just you, not just me, but all. The greater good wins when the glass is full, right? But guess what? There's another perspective that you maybe haven't even thought about yet. This one's gonna be a life game changer right here. And that is The perspective of seeing that you are the glass, my friend. You are the glass. It's no longer, is it half full? Is it half empty? You are the glass. You are the carrier of the contents within. And in fact, not only the carrier, you're the glass and the contents. You are being saturated by the greatness and the life-giving, thirst-quenching contents that you carry within you. If you are thirsting for something more in your life, begin to see yourself from this perspective of the glass being you being the glass. Not only being the glass, but you can see now through the glass crystal clear from the inside out, contents being full. When you see that you are the glass and you are the great contents within, you will begin to pour out and give like never before. And when you give, you receive, and you will allow yourself to receive so much. So allow yourself today to receive all of the contents that is within you, the contents that are within you, the glass, the beautiful glass that you are. That is perspective number 5. And that is, like I said, a game changer. All of a sudden, you will begin to see things that you never even saw as an opportunity, that could be a choice that you can not only make someday, but you can make today. Now, I told you there was going to be 6. A little while ago, I saw these guys hanging on this building out here, and I saw them looking through the glass from the outside in. There is a perspective that a lot of people have. They're hanging on by a rope, their lifeline. They're barely hanging on, and they're seeing life from the outside, looking through the glass. If that is you and you're hanging on by a thread and you are barely hanging on and you are looking like you have no choice but just to hold on, I'm telling you, there is another way. You can begin to see that you have a choice, that you don't have to see from the outside in. You can be the glass and the contents within and see your life from a whole different perspective. I hope you make that choice today. I hope this helped you today. If you like the video, if this message touched you in a certain way, please give us a like, share it with someone that you think is desperately in need of hearing this today. Or, you know, hey, they already got the perspective, but you want to share it with them and say, yeah, you're on the right track. Keep making those choices. Thank you so much for being here today and every day. I'll look forward to seeing you next week. This is Dr. Shannon, inspiring minds that want to know and hearts that want to grow so you can love your life well.